What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel, I hope you're well. Today in London it's actually sunny for once and summer feels like it's finally arrived. I hope it's nice wherever you are watching this. Today's video we're going to be talking about 5 key mistakes that people make during their lifting career, and it's probably the reason why you're not currently making any gains. Let's roll the intro. Before we do, please like the video, subscribe for more content, let's get into it. I get it, it's frustrating. I've been there, I've been training for a while, I'm not seeing any results in the mirror and you start to get frustrated and lose a bit of motivation. Sometimes you just need to take a step back, think about what you're doing and going in a more structured way. My first key mistake that people make is not focusing on progressive overload. Progressive overload is gradually increasing the stimulus, the demands that you're placing on your body over time in order to force an adaptation and a response. Your body is an adaptation machine and it's not going to change unless you change the stimulus. If you're going in every chest session hitting 3 sets of 8 on 70 kg bench press and you're just doing that every time you go into the gym, you're not increasing the weight used or the reps used, you're not slowing down time under tension, you're not reducing your rest periods to make it more intense. All of these factors that you can use to apply progressive overload are going to increase the stimulus provided to the muscle and force your body to adapt and rebuild, repair muscle. So you have to be applying progressive overload over time, and there's many ways that you can do this. So ensure that you are increasing the demands placed on your body over time. Another key mistake that I think a lot of people make is not consuming enough protein. Now, what's the general recommended amount? Well, I feel like a broken record here, but it is 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. Now, the general rule of thumb for our American friends will be 1 gram per pound of body weight. I think this is a really good amount to aim for. I would generally aim for the higher end of this scale. You know, there is some research to suggest that you may get away with a bit less, but 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight, or 1 gram per pound of body weight, seems to be the sweet spot. You can go slightly higher if you prefer a high protein diet, and this is going to help with adherence to a calorie deficit because protein is highly satiating. Ensuring that you are hitting consistently high protein numbers is going to help you massively in terms of recovering between workouts, improving your body composition by increasing lean muscle mass, and by keeping you feeling full and having a satisfying diet. So it's vital that you are consuming enough protein. A lot of people will not consume enough protein. Key mistake number 3, a lot of people just simply aren't eating enough. Your body requires energy, fuel for these workouts in order to provide the stimulus in the gym through progressive overload, through training intensity. You need to be fueling your bodies properly. If you are just eating junk food all of the time and not getting any good micronutrients in, you're probably going to be suffering in the gym and your performance will be lacking as a result. Similarly, if you are not consuming enough food and you're always in a calorie deficit, you're eating 1700 calories a day all throughout the year, then you're not really giving yourself the foundations for a good environment to build muscle. Now, while it is possible to build muscle in a calorie deficit, which means that you are burning more calories than you consume, generally you want the sweet spot is to be in a small calorie surplus. This is the optimum environment to be building muscle. So anywhere around a 200 to 300 calorie surplus roughly. So about 5 to 10% surplus, say, of above your maintenance calories. This is going to be the sweet spot where you've got a great amount of energy to fuel your workouts and to attack your workouts with maximum intensity to stimulate muscle growth. but it's also not too much of a surplus such that you're going to start gaining excess amounts of fat. Now, if you go into a calorie surplus for an extended period of time, you're in a small calorie surplus for an extended period of time, you're in the optimum environment to build muscle, and you can always just dial back the calories slightly if you start feeling like you're gaining a bit too much fat. You can just do a mini cut, take the calories down for a few weeks, and then go back into a surplus. So you want to be spending a maximum amount of time as possible, especially in your early years of lifting, in a calorie surplus so that you can build as much muscle as possible. This is going to help with your lifestyle long term and maintaining your physique, because the more muscle mass you have, the higher your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, so your resting calories. The more calories you're going to burn at rest, therefore it's going to be easier to keep fat off in the long term. So you want to be maximizing as much muscle gain as possible, especially in the first few years of lifting. So ensure that you are eating enough and that you are prioritizing being in a small calorie surplus, especially in the first few years. Key mistake number 4 that a lot of people do, especially early in their career, and this will link into progressive overload. If you are going into your workouts with no plan and you're just wandering around the gym floor going, oh right, I'll pick up a dumbbell now and do some bicep curls, then I'll walk over here, or maybe I'll do shoulder press, or I don't know, I haven't done chest in a while, like I do a bench press, then you've got no structure to your training. And how are you going to apply progressive overload over time if you don't know what you're going when you go into the gym? So if you go into the gym with no plan and you have no structure in your training, then it's very hard to track without tracking your lifts to see how am I going to increase the weight or the reps over time on the same exercise. Well, I haven't got the same exercise to compare like for like because I'm just going in and winging my training. So you need a structured training program. Now, this could be any sort of training plan: push, pull, legs, upper, lower, full body, etc. It doesn't matter too much as long as you have some structure in place initially. Stick with it for about 12-week period. Track your workouts either on paper but in a logbook, using an app called Rep Count, making notes on your phone. It doesn't really matter how you do it. Ensure that you stick to it for a number of weeks. I would recommend about 12 weeks, and ensure that you're increasing the lifts and all the reps over time. And I promise you'll see results by having more structure to your training. So do not go in and just wing your training. Key mistake number 5 is not getting enough sleep and not hydrating properly. Now, I think these are two of the most overlooked and simple areas of our lives that we just don't take enough care of. Sleep is vital for your performance in the gym. If you're getting consistently under 7 hours sleep a night, you're not giving yourself the right recovery between sessions, and your performance is going to be lacking in the gym. In addition, your body produces human growth hormone overnight, which aids in muscle growth. So your body is going through the process of repairing muscle tissue overnight. So if you compare someone that's getting 5-6 hours sleep a night versus 8-9 hours sleep a night, the result's going to be stark. The person getting 8-9 hours sleep a night on a consistent basis is in a much better environment for muscle growth. Their physical performance and mental performance next day, their mood, their confidence, everything is going to be enhanced the next day versus the person that's getting less sleep. They're also going to be building more muscle in the long term. So ensure that you are prioritizing sleep. It's going to help you in so many areas of your life, and it's often something that we deprive ourselves of unnecessarily. Hydration as well. If you're not properly hydrated, you could go into the gym and be dehydrated, and that could be the reason why your lifts aren't going well. So if you, for example, if you train first thing in the morning, I would always recommend jump starting your hydration, drinking half a litre of water or a pint of water, getting some caffeine in. Whatever you do, ensure that you are hydrating yourself before your workouts, and you can do this simply by checking the colour of your urine, right? If your urine is really dark, then you're massively dehydrated and your performance is going to be lacking. So ensure that you are getting, I would say, a minimum of 3 litres of water per day. So sleep and hydration need to be prioritised as well. If you do these 5 things and change these mistakes, I guarantee that you're going to see results relatively quickly compared to what you've had in the past. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video and you took something useful from it. If you did, drop the video a like, subscribe for more content. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later, bye.